Now on rail. Yesterday, the NTSB announced the opening of a special investigation into Norfolk Southern's organization and safety culture in light of multiple derailments, including the toxic derailment in East Palestine last month. And when Norfolk Southern CEO Alan Shaw comes before the Senate tomorrow, I expect him to own up to his company's spotty safety culture, particularly the increasingly apparent pattern of negligence. Because, Mr. President, you don't need a full investigation to understand that when rail companies willingly neglect safety upgrades, push for looser regulations, and lay off workers, they're asking for disaster. So tomorrow, I want to hear from Norfolk Southern's CEO why they spent years lobbying for looser regulations designed to prevent accidents like this, particularly when Trump was president. After seeing a record $3.3 billion in profits last year, I want to hear why Norfolk Southern chose to prioritize billions in stock buybacks instead of investing it in safety equipment or their workers. I also expect Mr. Shaw to lay out precisely what steps Norfolk Southern is taking to prevent future disasters like East Palestine. How does Norfolk Southern plan to address rail safety inspections in the future? Will Norfolk Southern commit to having its conductors and other rail employees undergo additional safety and response training? And if, God forbid, another accident happens, how will Norfolk Southern ensure communities get the resources they need to respond to accidents? These are questions that Mr. Shaw must answer tomorrow. How the railroad addresses rail safety inspections in the future, whether they'll commit to having their conductors and rail employees undergo additional safety and response training, and how they will help communities if, God forbid, another accident occurs. Finally, Andrew Lloyd Webber. Mr. President, today it's my honor to pay tribute to one of the world's all-time greatest composers, Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber. This month, Mr. Lloyd Webber will turn 75, just as his latest musical, Bad Cinderella, opens at the Imperial Theater on Broadway. And boy, it takes your breath away just thinking about his amazing, amazing career. Just listen to this: The Phantom of the Opera, Cats, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, Evita, all done by just one man. These works stand the test of time already. And for those of us in New York, Mr. Lloyd Webber has often been called the backbone of Broadway. And thank God, because New York would not be the same without Broadway. It's been a hard time for the performing arts in recent years, and I was proud to work in the Senate to pass Save Our Stages, which has provided over $1 billion to thousands of theaters, music venues, jazz and comedy clubs, and more in New York and across our entire country. And allies like Mr. Lloyd Webber have been outstanding to keep the arts going when times have gotten tough. So, Sir Andrew Lloyd, we wish you a happy 75th. Thank you for everything you've done for our great city and for culture and music in the world, and we just can't wait to see what you have in store for us next. I yield the floor.